This is The Discourse with Dr. Ken.
I was in church today, and what did I pick up? The priest was saying, as Christians, we are not called to succeed, we are called to be faithful. So I was ruminating over that. I was trying to chew it. And I take that again. The priest was saying, as Christians, we are not called to succeed, we are called rather to be faithful. So the question you ask is that, are we making positive difference wherever we find ourselves? Our workplace, our comfort zones, our high place of power, and in our lives. I think basically that's what Easter is all about. Beverly, what do you think?
I think Easter is celebration of Christ and good deeds. I honestly think that is Easter.
It's Easter.
Yeah.
So I take the opportunity. I wanted you to hear that voice. Beverly could have done fantastic in music. I'm sure that she's still keeping at the back of her pocket.
This is The Discourse with Dr. Ken.
My guest today is Beverly Osu, and I'm going to read out. In fact, I tried as much as possible to summarize this profile because I could have gone on and on, so I'll make it very, very short. Beverly Osu is a Nigerian video vixen, model, and actress. Beverly debuted her acting career a year after Big Brother Africa Season 8 in 2013. She has featured in several movies, including The Curse of the Seven, Your Excellency, Neka the Pretty Serpent, and the television series Jennifer's Diary, I should say. Beverly Osu is originally from Delta State, born in Lagos State in southwestern Nigeria. Beverly had the lofty ambition to be a reverend sister, but has ended up as a known and celebrated actress. I'm sure we are going to talk about that today. How did Beverly veer off? She still looked like a reverend sister, so to say, to me. Beverly, welcome. How are you today?
I'm very, very good. I'm very okay.
It's really good to have you. Last week I had Ali Baba on the show, The Discourse, and we discussed the burden, which is the prize for Super Stardom. But there were a lot of feedback, and I was asked, this, like you young people will say, this life no get balance. So they were forcing on me to find a balance. They said, no, bring a pretty feminine perspective to the conversation. So same topic, the burden, the prize for Super Stardom. So we'll take it on our stride, Maybe we should start because Beverly Osu, yes, people know, but closely, and what makes up Beverly Osu. If you were a brand, for example, what comes to mind to you? Let's say you're an automobile brand. What do you think you are?
I think I'm a Ferrari.
Ferrari? Please give context to that, please.
Because I'm small but mighty, I'm fast, and I'm very reliable, and I'm pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that captures Ferrari and reliable. Reliable. Even though Ferrari does not put that as core in terms of brand attributes, I can tell you it's a very, very, very reliable vehicle.
This is The Discourse with Dr. Ken.
What type of education do you have? What I mean is that girls your age must have gone through nursery. Not our generation. A lot of people in our generation skipped nursery. They went straight into primary school. But you've gone through the nursery, the secondary school, the university, and so on and so forth. So what shaped you in early life? Do you remember those early stages of your life? And what you at a point hoped you would do? Is that the trajectory eventually you followed?
As a kid, I grew up in a very entertainment space. My father and mother loved music, so they played a lot of music. I have elder brothers, and as the only girl and last born, I literally listened to a lot of music, watched a lot of movies, and it's not a shock to anybody seeing me on TV right now because they just say, oh yeah, definitely she could have done this. It's not something I strived to do, but alignment just happened. The right alignment, the right time, and God's plan. So, yeah.
So was there any pushback from parents? Like I know up to today, parents still try to, moderate. They still try to, bend their children to go, some kind of way. If they are like medical doctors, they fancy medicine out of their kids. If they're architects, if they're engineer, lawyers. Did you get that kind of experience growing up?
Well, everybody has a goal and a dream growing up. Everybody wants to be a doctor, a lawyer. I had different stages of different things I wanted to do. When I was like maybe 5 to 10, I wanted to be a police officer.
Police officer?
Yes, the reason was not a tangible reason, but I wanted to be a police officer. And growing older, I said, okay, I really want to just be a sister, a reverend sister, so they took me to a school, and God just had his way and said, okay, you can continue God's work somewhere else. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm preaching the gospel, but I'm still in the entertainment industry. So.
Okay, so please give me a balance to that. You're preaching the gospel.
I mean, in my everyday life, I'm someone that exudes kindness.
Okay.
Deliberately humble and polite.
Okay.
Not because that's how I grew up, and that's Christ-like, right? And I try my best. No matter the stardom, no matter the grace upon my life, I distribute it. Okay. In the best way I can.
You can, yeah.
Yeah, even to my friends, in my family, even people I don't know. So, yeah. And my parents never held me back from anything I wanted to do. Yeah, because my brothers played basketball. Okay. My family is sporty, music, entertainment. So, I think my family is literally the balanced diet, because we have the doctors, we have the engineers, we have the basketballers, we have the artists. It's.
Are they listening?
Sure.
Yeah.
My mom is definitely listening.
Yeah, so I asked that question, carefully, because I know, yes, there must be. But don't let that question hold you back. If you can drive without the handbrake on, what I mean, irrespective of the fact that mother is listening. So your life is in the public domain. You are a reference point to a lot of children. So growing up, I am aware that at some point you got into Babcock University.
Yes.
But you didn't have to finish it. For me, that was like a setback, but it was a temporary setback. And what makes a man, when I mean man, quote and unquote, is not the setback, but how you come out of it. Can you give context to that a bit?
So in Babcock University, everything was nice and education was going well. But because I was on TV at the age of 16 as a video vixen, Nigerians didn't understand the term video vixen then. So they just always used to criticize me and take pictures to school. And then every weekend, I always used to get in trouble. Every weekend. Every weekend, I always used to get in trouble. And I just felt before it goes sour, let me leave. Okay. Because you know how Babcock University is. It's very strict. For lack of better words, strict and very, So I left Babcock University because I just felt so comfortable doing what I was doing. And I knew I could balance it, so I left.
So did relatives have their say at that point?
My mom didn't believe that I left. Okay. She's like, after all the money I paid, we had struggles back and forth for it, but at a point, she just knew that this girl is determined. And so far, so good. Ada will do what Ada wants to do. I'm not saying you guys should be stubborn. I call it strong-willed. Okay. I just used to find my way. And I was very expressive. So if something doesn't go right with me, I'm like, oh, no, I don't like this. But I still strived because I just knew it was modeling. It was this for me. Yeah.
This is The Discourse with Dr. Ken.
Who is a creative, really? Because I look at you and I see a creative straight away, and I mean in the very positive sense of that. Yeah. Because being somebody who has managed them, so I know what it takes to be a creative and a successful and that. But in your own context and in your own understanding, who is a creative? Is what makes a creative? Is there any exclusive cohort of people that fit this categorization?
I mean, I will first start by saying all creatives are crazy people. All creatives are crazy people. Yeah. And the creative is the artist, musical artist, the artist that draws, the actors. Expression. A creative is someone that expresses what's in their head. Most times, the normal man will not understand what a creative is talking about or see from their own angle. That's why I categorize creatives as crazy people, and
that's quote and unquote.
Yeah. Creatives overthink. I call the overthinkers are the creatives because we see things from different angles and different perspectives. And a creative is someone that knows it's not a one-way street. Even if the destination is this, there are many routes to get to that destination. So that's my definition of a creative.
So an architect is a creative?
Yes, of course.
And could a lawyer be a creative too?
Well,
an accountant? Because you could be creative in what you do, even though it may be it may be a study that has some straitjacketness about it. It has straitjacket, but you can be creative about it. So is that another way of describing a creative beyond just being creative as in design and as in art?
I mean, a creative is someone that brings nothing to life.
Okay.
A creative is someone that puts life into everything they do. And a banker can be a creative and add his own, sauce to anything that they're doing in the bank. A lawyer, the same. So a creative is someone that is distinct in his own craft or art. Yeah.
Being a celebrity is sweet, people...
Is it?
Well, I mean, from the surface, I mean, those of us looking from the side, the
glitz and glam,
yeah, you could see, you say, wow, I'd like to be like this, especially for young people who are impressionable. They look at it and say, wow, I'd like to be that. But there's the burden side of it, the side that carries a lot of burden. So, for example, you can't wear some clothes twice.
Yeah, we'll give it 2 years break.
But your contemporary in banking or insurance could do that and get away with it. So, do you think it carries a lot of burden?
I feel every field kind of carries their own burden, and it's how you navigate it. I will not say that I'm having it smooth or easy, but I would say that I fought my way into having a little bit of freedom.
Okay.
So when you see Beverly, there's some things that are not new to people, or if I do it, they're just like, it's Bev. Because I literally grew up in the eyes of Nigerians and eyes of Africans, so they saw my transformation.
Okay.
The Beverly that went for Big Brother Africa is not the same person sitting down here today. I transformed, I evolved, and the burdens are I can't go to the market anymore. I really used to love to go to the market and buy my pepper and tomatoes by myself. Now I can't even dare try.
You get straight away.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't even do it. Like, I used to go to Balogo Market. It stopped so fast.
But you get some discount, don't you?
They bill you more.
The man or woman selling could just be your fan.
No, it's a two-way street. Sometimes they bill you more. Sometimes they give you a discount. But that discount comes with a cost also, because the advertisement we go do for them. Hey, God, I beg. So, and sometimes you want to buy some things off Instagram, and then you have to send somebody else to go and buy that stuff for you on Instagram, because you can't use your page to buy it, because they're going to charge you more. Or even if they want to give it for free, they're begging for 10 million posts, So there are loopholes to this. You just have to know how to navigate it and know what works for you. Because every moment of your life is a decision-making moment.
Yes.
So
we'll still come back. I'm very sure I can see a couple of messages.
This is The Discourse with Dr. Ken.
Has there been a point where just because you are in this field, people think you are not a serious person? Do you get that kind of feel?
First off, because I went for Big Brother Africa, Nigerians in general don't take reality stars as serious-minded people.
Okay.
I mean, I think the narrative is changing, because I think I've broke that chain, and the likes of Bisola, the likes of Uti, we've cracked it, to say, I went here to as a platform to come out and be this person, and everybody has different zeal and drive to enter the entertainment industry. Some people come because you just want to be famous. They don't care what they're putting out there. They just want to be famous. And in the world where, well, will I say in the world? I feel like Nigerians celebrate a lot of mediocre stuff.
Okay.
So now, being famous can happen without a cause or without a foundation. Right? They just want to be known. Known for anything at all. Anything.
No substance to it.
Most people don't have substance to it. They just want to be known. They just want 1 million Instagram followers. Nowadays, most things are smokes. So they don't. Some people can buy the followers just, and now the verification, you can just buy your verification. Most people just want to be famous. They don't care the cost of it. Right? But you have to do the work. I'm all in all for doing the work. Like it's you're as good as your last job. once your last job has fades away from everybody's mind, you're just, that's how I feel. You're just a normal person until your next job. So Nigerians and all, well, they don't take entertainers as serious-minded people because they think that we all just, when we go for parties, we just want to do makeup, we just want to do the highlight of it. There's so many days of my life that I don't want to go for that party that you see is the biggest party in the whole of Nigeria. I'm invited for it, but I don't feel like going. But I know I have to go.
You have to show up. I
have to show up. And again, I want to show up. Can I just show up in my PJs? And no makeup? No, I have to do makeup.
Because you have to be Beverly.
You have to be Beverly. So, I mean, some things have to give. And those are the things that we suffer from. Like, sometimes I just don't want to, but I have to.
Yeah. So, talking about Big Brother and the reality show, what was your experience? I know it's way back. People now have better ways of adapting to it. But when you went, it was quite a little bit relatively new. Did you walk into it innocently, or you had in mind what objective you were going to get out of it?
I went there as a 20 years old naive floating girl. I took Big Brother Africa as a holiday for me. Like, oh yeah, I'm out of my mom's house. Yay! And when I came out, then I knew that this is real.
Something has happened here.
This is real. In the airport, over 200 people came to welcome, and 5 people came to welcome me, my mom and 3 security men. And you know how Nigeria's like, oh, you disgraced us. And I'm like, I didn't think that I disgraced. I'm not there for you guys in general. I'm there for me. So why are you guys taking what I did as a 20 years old as, oh, you shouldn't have done this, you shouldn't have done, bruh. I literally just want to make my mom proud, not everybody.
Yes. Beverly, how are you dealing with the Nigerian economy today? You're not supposed to be broke, are you? Because, people in your space, as far as people looking up to you, you're not supposed to be broke. So how are you dealing with all that?
I think broke is very relative. Broke is very relative.
In fact, you're not supposed to be challenged. As far as they are concerned,
I never thought
the money is flowing.
I never thought I would be challenged. I never thought I would check the price tag, but I'm doing that now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's telling me that I have to work harder because, looking at the price tag before I buy something, I'm like, yeesh, the economy is bad now. But yeah, broke is relative. Yeah.
So, but people still don't expect. They still expect you to hand out. They still expect you to.
I do my best.
Okay.
I do my best. I do my best. Women's Month. I did the whole charity stuff.
Okay.
But I do my best, but not with the gun in my head.
But are there individuals around you who feel entitled? Who feel that this is Beverly, so she has to give. She has to live in a particular way. Yours is just to give. Theirs is to receive.
Not the external fact, not the external people, because it comes freely for me. But I think I've chased away those entitled ones. I had friends that were really, really entitled. I had friends that used my face as an access code to everywhere. So yeah. I do my best.
Okay, do your best.
I do my best. I try.
I can imagine. Now, Beverly, are there relationship pressures, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it comes with this territory.
So I'm someone that likes PDA.
Okay. But
ever since I realized that I can't afford it, that's the most expensive thing. I cannot afford PDA. I cannot express love. I can't kiss my partner's hand. I can't walk on the streets of Nigeria with holding my partner's hand. I can't do all those things. I mean, you need to see me outside this country. I'm a fairy on the streets. I'm jumping. I'm like, freedom. I'm going into the concerts in the middle of the crowd. I'm excited. But in Nigeria, and as a celebrity in Nigeria, if you do you, they say you're doing the most. So, relationships. My mom used to be very, very excited, but now she's like, don't video me, don't record me. Move that camera, please. I want to say something. She already knows that anything my daughter does or says, they might take it out of context. So I don't want to be part of that. Yeah. So, have there been
circumstances where you've been made to pay more for services or for goods or for other things that ordinarily other people can negotiate, but you shouldn't.
Yes. I said this before.
Yeah.
Like, I will have to send a cousin or a friend to go and buy and stand for me. Like, even to buy a car, I have to put a frontier. They should not know I'm the one trying to buy that car because, first off, a lot of people, we're celebrities, but we have different personalities. I'm not a show person. Never been.
Yeah.
I've never been someone that if I buy a house today, I really want to tell the world, look at me now. I just got these keys.
Yeah.
I'm not that person. That's not how I was brought up because I just feel buying a house and buying a car and buying all these things, it's like, duh, you're an adult. You need all those things to survive.
At some point, yeah.
Yeah, you need it to survive. No go buy a house, no go buy a car. You go see yourself,
Yes.
but in the society that we live in now, it's like if I don't show it, it feels like if you don't broadcast your blessing, it feels like you're not blessed. And I understand that I'm in the show business, but that's not my forte.
Okay.
I show off my craft. Every other thing about my life should be kept to me. Like there's so many blessings and so many blessings that God has given unto me that is not a blessing for the world to celebrate with me. It's for me.
There are circumstances where there must be pressure to suffer. And what do I mean by this? Are there old schoolmates, for example, who think you are proud just because you are who you are?
For Beverly Osu, right? None have ever used that contest proud.
Okay.
The only person that has used that on me was a very, very close friend, but she said it out of her own, she said I was condescending.
Okay.
And she said that because I did not allow her do some foolish things that she wanted to do. But apart from that, I'm Beverly Osu. I've never changed my number since secondary school. My old mates still call me. Yeah, like I've not changed that phone number. So anybody can still reach me. If you have my number, you can reach me. I'm never that girl. I'm still the same. Like my schoolmates say, oh God, Bev, you never changed. Oh, I mean, it's the fun of it. Like, I really want to have people around me that can tell me who I was years ago. Because I have selective amnesia. There are some times in my life that is a blip because of I was on the fast track.
Okay.
Like from 16 to 19, I promise you I was on TV, but I cannot give you an account on what was happening in my life because I was literally on the fast track.
Really?
Yes. I can't give you, I did this. No, I just know I was on TV. I was in school. I was in everybody's party. I was this, youthful exuberance, teenage. So I can't. So I need these people to tell me, Ada, this is what you used to do that time. I say, hey, I remember. So I need those people around me. They keep you grounded. Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. So, but you can't have your own time. There are moments. I know you mentioned that, but there are moments where you just feel you want your own time. Are you hindered and around this? You can't have your own time. People think that their business is your business. They have to interfere.
Yeah.
You get that feeling, isn't it?
Yes, I get that feeling. So I try my best to really be in my own space. Like I live alone. Unlike every other person, they'll have a maid, a driver, a this, a that. I live alone because I'm alone with my thoughts. I think a lot. I like to be alone because once I go outside, I think I'm of service to every other person. You can't be moody and be outside. Like if I'm having cramps right now and, my hormones are taking the best of me, I have to apologize to a total stranger why I'm this way. I mean, it's the price. I have to say, I'm so sorry. I know you know me as a cheerful person, but I'm so sorry. I'm in so much pain. Why do I have to explain? But I just have to. Meanwhile, I can stay in my house and cry and go through that pain and look for what to take, I can't have a bad day.
You're not entitled to that.
I'm not entitled to having a bad day. I'm not okay, so there's a time, one Sunday, I was driving from church to my house and somebody hit my car.
Whoa.
And I was not entitled to be mad, but I showed them that me safe at the crease. I ran into the guy's car on the express.
Was it in Lagos? Yeah?
Yes. And people came out and they were looking at me, and I was with my jalabia. I was ruthless because the guy said he was going to video me. I said, I bet you can't shame the shameless. Oh yeah. You did something wrong, but because I'm a public figure, I cannot express how I feel. And you don't want to pay for my car because you assume. You have money now. You can, you will pay me. Like, I literally held the man. His wife literally called and was begging.
Whoa.
Yeah, because, like, you're not going to mess me up.
The wife was there, but she...
We were on the road for an hour.
Wow.
She was looking for her husband. Where is her husband? In my hand, in my grip. I did not allow him move because he felt so entitled. First, I'm tiny, I'm a girl, and she's a celebrity, public figure. He thought that tussle was going to last maybe 2 minutes because she'll be ashamed. People are seen on the road. I said, no
need for that.
No need. We're going to be here. But that's the price we pay. You can't express how you feel.
Yeah. So what of in during the political times, electionary times, are you allowed to have a political opinion? Just say, this is Beverly, this is my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. This is what I think should be happening now.
I honestly, for the sake of my family, not even Beverly Osu, I honestly go mute during elections.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to talk. I'm just a spectator. Anyhow it won't be, maybe. Anyhow they do us, we're all in this together.
But is that not difficult for you? Is that not a burden?
It's difficult, and for every time we've tried to go and vote, it's more chaos. So we have to go on hoodies and masks. There are celebrities that are outrightly out for this. But even those ones, we've seen what has happened.
The consequences, yeah.
You support somebody, and then if the person doesn't win or the world is against the person, your career is depreciating just because you made a choice, and it's not meant to be so. But it is what it is. Some companies won't give you jobs because they're supporting these people,
But I hear about that. But talking about corporate companies, do that really happen?
It happens well, very well. Very, very well.
Really?
Yes. Sentiments. Nigerians forget professionalism and put sentiments above it. So it happened. So we try to be as fluid and as and as incognito in that part so that it doesn't affect, our coins. Yes.
This is The Discourse with Dr. Ken.
There's a question here coming. Let me read this one. Are you pressured to deliver, especially when the roles are probably not coming or seeing your colleague doing more?
Well, I'm never under pressure. The pressure that I feel is myself, the pressure I put myself under. Because as I said before, I'm an overthinker.
Okay.
But I didn't grow up with a jealous spirit. I think when I got into my 30s, I said, this person can get jealous. I grew up with boys. Okay. There was no need for jealousy. I've been a queen and I've been treated as such from a very little age. My friends would say, Ada doesn't think about anything. Like I celebrate with everybody. I'm a cheerleader. And for what is what, I want to be worth knowing, not well known.
Okay.
Like, I must add substance.
Relevance, yeah.
Yes. Being well known, I've seen it. Like, I've been popular since secondary school, primary school, university, in different categories, And now as an adult, I'm doing my craft. I'm not going to be in every movie, and I'm not going to interpret every role. So when it comes to acting, trust me, I say a lot of no's. I say a lot of no's, more than what people see. I say, no, I'm not doing this. Oh, no, I'm not doing that. Because most times I might not like the script, or I don't feel I'm in the right space or mindset to interpret the role. And I say, no, I don't. And I don't like to eat more than I can handle at the moment. I'm very content because I know I'm here for a lifetime, especially with acting. If I'm 54, there's a role for me. If I'm 60, there's a role for me. So I'm here for a lifetime. I've been here since I was 16.
There's no retirement in this.
No, it's art. Since I was 16, I've done different things at different stages, and now I'm here today. So I'm here for a lifetime,
But let's talk a bit of management now and economics, if you may. Being in the business advisory space, a lot of my colleagues, and not just me, have this impression and opinion that an artist and a creative need to be managed by people outside the creative circle. So they need specialists to manage them, just so that the value, their equity, their brand proposition can be properly put together and put in the marketplace. Do you agree with that?
Different things for different people, That is actually correct, it's true. But for me, we need people to see you from the outside.
Okay.
To know how to navigate it, because once you're in a space, you're in your own bubble. You can't really see what an outsider is saying. And if an outsider comes with good intentions, why not? If not, there are some financial aspects that I never knew in my life. Like, apart from me being an Igbo girl and I save so much, like I save money. There's a time.
What has Igbo-ness got to do with saving money?
We like money.
Really?
Yes.
Who doesn't?
I mean, some people... Because
Ijebu people, so they say they like money.
Some people like money, but can't sustain money.
Okay.
They just want money for now. Oh, I want now.
They don't create value.
They don't create value with the money. Some people just want to say, oh, I want to buy this bag. I'm speaking from the women's perspective. Oh, God, this bag is $4,000. I must get it. And then you carry a bag of $4,000 and then your wallet is... What? Do you understand? You can't even afford a meal, and will you eat your food? There's a meme on Instagram that after buying my stuff, I will not eat it, do not be crying and putting it on frying pan, their perfumes, their Gucci's and stuff like that. Apart from me being a Igbo girl, I love to save because I don't like to be at the mercy of anybody. And that's why you see the financial advisor coming in. He's from the outside. He doesn't care about. And that's when my bank manager would tell me, oh, Ada, because it's my uncle. He's like, Ada, you're not going to buy this now. You're going to wait until you have so and so amount in your account before we remove
it. A structure, something.
Exactly.
A balance sheet.
So it's and I didn't have him for the longest time, or he didn't feel he was going to come into my life because he felt like, oh, this girl is just a mad woman. But as I'm growing older, he knows, okay, no. This is my niece. She has to do this and do this, Yeah. So it's needed. Yeah.
So that's on the finance side. What about on the brand side? Don't a creative need a proper brand manager? Because these footballers you see that you like today, the Sakas of this world, David Beckhams and go, people built those brands. And when they get onto that journey, they listen, they sit them, they school them, they tell them how to speak, when to speak, nuances, etiquettes, negotiations, and so on. In the Nigerian space, do we have something like that? Or should there be agencies who should be dealing with that?
There should be agencies that would love to take on this brand.
Okay.
Because I would say for me, I've never really officially had a management team.
Okay. Would you consider that?
I don't have a problem with it, but at the end of the day, it's my brand. Is who I am. Yeah. Right. I don't want anybody to take me out of context to say, "Oh, Bev."
But brand managers normally reinforce who you are.
Yes, they reinforce. Some people want to change you.
Really?
Yeah.
So it means the intention is not right. I have an issue.
Yeah, like
the intention is right.
I remember when I was looking for a manager and they said, oh no, now you have to be wearing a lot of clothes. And I'm like, that's not me. Yeah. That's not who I am. I want to be this person and go to church. I want to be this person and be in a crusade. I want to be this person and go for a bank event. I want to be this person. I don't want to be limited.
Straight-jacketed,
I'm a very fluid person and I'm a Libra. I don't like to be in a spot. I don't like to be clamped or telling me I can't do some things. And it's not stubbornness. But I believe that nobody knows your brand better than you as an artist. Nobody knows it.
But that's the knowing. Can somebody better manage it?
Somebody can manage it if the person comes with good intentions and sees the trajectory of the brand. Yeah. Some people come into your life and then you're on standstill. There are no jobs. Meanwhile, when you're by yourself, you know how to negotiate your jobs. You know what you want and the projects you want to be on.
And determine your own speed and agility.
Yes. But some people come and tell you, oh no, now you have to be on TikTok. No, they're doing one event, you must go there. I don't want to be there. Yeah. They say, but all your actresses are there. I'm not all my actresses. I am me. Yeah. I don't want to be there. They say, oh no. They said that I don't want to be in all those things. This is me. Yes. Yeah.
So let's talk a bit of finance. Do creatives understand how to tap from financial institutions? What do you feel? And do financial institutions themselves sufficiently understand the creative space with a view to tapping into it?
I feel it's
what's your take on this?
I think it's scratch my back, I scratch your back.
This is a thorny issue.
Yes.
In Nigeria, you know.
Yes, I think it's scratch my back, I scratch your back.
What do you mean by scratch my back, I scratch your back?
We all have something to gain from each other. We all have something to gain from each other, you know. And in this space that we are in, even the financial institutes hardly, they only use, quote unquote, they only use the creatives for when they have functions or events, just for the mini publicity. But how many financial institutions have a creative as their face or as a frontier for any other thing they're doing? Do you get?
But they have brand ambassadors. Is that what you're talking about?
They have brand ambassadors, but how many times do they put the brand ambassador in front? And we can count how many financial institutions have brand ambassadors that are creative. I promise you it's not up to 5.
Really?
Yes. Give me your names.
So is it that the creators have not put themselves together in such a way that they can earn it, or they have that potential can be drawn out and built upon? That's
Nigeria likes sentiments.
Okay.
Over anything, sentiments. Please, I don't want this person. The other day we saw her in the pool wearing bikini. She can never. Meanwhile, we have the president of France dancing around in her bikini. All those kind of things. So I feel the financial institutions should look for these creatives. You can hold seminars. You can.
They should seek to understand it.
Yes, you can hold seminars because it's scratch my back, I scratch your back. No man is an island. We all need each other. In different fields. That's why you need your carpenter in your house. You need the plumber. You can't just let somebody just float away because this person's field and my field. It's a whole ocean. All the fishes must swim together. Yeah.
So have you ever you've heard about artificial intelligence, isn't it?
Yes, AI.
Are you scared?
No, I'm not. I mean, because the world is evolving. I don't want 1999 is not now. We've moved from days of CDs to videotape. Now we're here, we're streaming. I mean, AI will come and do what he has to do, but it's not going to. I honestly know that it's not going to change what it's like. It's going to do what it can do, but it's not going to change the whole system. For actors, I know that we did the whole protest and everything because we don't need AIs to depict. It's not realistic, except you want to make AI in the video games and stuff. Brilliant. But it's not realistic. And acting is expression. So there are some fields that the AI will work, and there are some fields that it's not even acceptable. Because AI cannot come and paint your house. It can paint your house in graphics, but it cannot paint your house real life. Do you get? So there are some fields that will never be affected because we need a human being. So yeah. In the music space, there's a big issue around intellectual property. Yeah. Now, in your own space, is it a thorny issue too, or is it generally a thorny issue in the creative space? Well,
in the Nigerian context.
In the Nigerian context, yes. If I will speak about the movie industry, actors have not started getting equity. Okay. You come for a job, they pay you, you go.
Because that's where the big box is.
Yeah. You come for a job, once they pay you, the promotion, this thing, if you like, let the producer sell it to 10 billion platforms, and that's the producer's money. You're done.
That's not fair.
I mean, I know we're changing. I know we're evolving, and I'm here for it. I'm excited for it. The music space has, I think, for what is what, they woke up before the acting space. They have equities. If you use their sound, you pay some royalties. There's a monetization for it. But in the acting field, we don't. For now, I would say for now, because I know in the next 4-5 years. It's gonna be hot. That's why you see actors in America who shoot one movie, you not see her for 10 years, but she's balling. Yes. But Nigeria, the culture has told us you must be in 55 movies in a month for you to make it in life, and it's not so, So and the pay has started getting better and better, and I'm here for it. So
that's good. Because at the end of the day, you're female. Yes. What do you think about marriage?
I love to own my family one time in life. I love it. I'm an Ada now.
Yes.
I need a man to kneel down and say, will you marry me?
Yes.
Yes, it's needed.
So are you preparing yourself for that, or it just comes? What
I feel like it's not something you prepare for. I mean, if you're in a relationship with somebody and if the person sees you fit, then it happens, right? And
you have to see the person
fit also, yeah.
Do you have a criteria as Bev now? Do you have a criteria? Are there boxes some guy
I've always
has to
dated
tick?
for love. I've always dated for connection. Like, I just feel like everybody I've dated, I pictured marriage. Yeah, I don't have
you must date the kind of person you can marry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course. I have brothers. I have so many standards to keep up with, you know. I have so many standards to keep up with, but yes, I want marriage. I want a family, and not just marriage because you are the right age and you must marry. I want that union, that companionship, you know, with family. I want to see how my kids will look like and who they're going to take after. You know, my brothers have started dropping little gems. My niece and my nephew, they are so adorable, and you know, I would love to reproduce sometime in life.
So, is anything good? Can anything good come out of matchmaking, for example?
Of course. I mean, no is a full sentence. If they matchmake you, you don't want to say no now. Nobody they force anybody to do anything, you know.
Yeah, so let nobody blame the matchmaking, you know. It means you wanted it, but it just didn't work out, isn't it?
All the olden days I say, they brought Nkechi to Ameka's house and they said that she must marry him.
Yes.
Nkechi, if you were there for so long and you said no, just say no and leave, you know. I mean, there shouldn't be a tussle if somebody says no. Just because of self-respect. If I'm the other individual and they say no to me, I'll just say, you know, like, you know, it's maturity, and Nigerians, we have to understand boundaries. I don't think we get it. No is a full sentence. No, I don't want, you know. So I'm in for a whole family, and you know.
Yeah. What's your take on polygamy?
I don't,
because we're Africans. Just talking African now.
Yes, I know that it has been existing before I was born. But me, I'm one man, one woman, and a family. If you cheat on me, it's done. You've made your choice. If you feel like you want to sneak and go and cheat and find this woman, I will leave the whole package to you. And it's not a fight.
Are you sure?
Yes. Very 155 billion percent.
There may be 100 reasons to where you may need to reconsider. Because there may be things that are at stake, you know.
Like what?
At some point, you know.
Like what? For instance, you can't give birth and your husband needs this adoption, this IVF,
what if
this surrogacy.
If you've created well together with the man?
I'll collect my own, you collect your own, going now.
If it's in contention, it becomes messy.
There's no need for fights and quarrels to the detriment of your mental health. I'm not that person. Like, if it's going to cause a tussle, I'm out. It's not that I can't fight, but there's some things when it comes to love and it gets messy that I'm very against. You know, it's sad when a man and a woman comes together and now they have to go through a divorce, or I feel like there was a reason that you guys came together. You guys have a family. There's no problem that cannot be solved with a simple "I'm sorry" or a dialogue, or you know. I think it's always a flex of ego. That's what makes it so long. But I'll leave the whole circus. Yeah,
but so you are the kind of person who regrets divorce under every circumstance.
Yes, I mean, I grew up in a separated home, you know. And I don't want that for my own life personally, and I don't wish that upon anybody. It's always messy. I mean, I know people that are going through divorce, and it's always messy. You know, one party will be so bitter, and I keep telling them, you must have done something to make this other party this bitter, because when people were loving up, it was not like this. So what happened, you know? Yeah.
At what point did it go south?
Yeah, at what point? You know.
Becoming irreconcilable, isn't it? Yeah. So, what's your take on culture? How important is culture to life, to business, to your career?
I mean,
does it become an impediment sometimes? Culture, language?
No, I mean,
it's never been.
Culture is the whole essence of your being. Like, you know, everything makes a human being, and culture is one. Me, I'm proudly Igbo. A lot of people didn't know I was Igbo for the longest time, but my dad is from Delta, my mom is from Anambra, and I try my best to speak Igbo in everything I do. Like, you know, outside Nigeria, I speak Igbo I teach them Igbo the best of my ability, you know, and that doesn't take away that I have Yoruba friends. I love Yoruba people. The same way I love Hausa people. My mom speaks 3 different languages.
Okay.
She speaks Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba freely. You will never even know. I mean, maybe because I grew up in Lagos, I don't see it as, oh, Igbo, Nkemo, this person, oh, Yoruba. I've never been one to discriminate, you know. So I feel culture is the whole essence. You know, the Haitians, the Haiti people have their culture. Malawi has their culture. Namibia has their culture. It's the whole essence, and I think it's literally a very, very beautiful thing, you know, just to see different people's culture and how. And if you really go deep into culture, you realize that we have similarities.
Yeah.
So why are we discriminating? I can marry anybody.
Yes, sir.
My brothers they go outside. So all my nieces are white and my nephews. So yeah, I'm in for it.
Yes, you don't have any inhibitions, isn't it?
No.
Fantastic. So we're getting to those last 5 minutes. At some point, I will take your preferred proverb for the week and then your song for the week. But maybe I should just ask you one last question, you know, and I can see it on the screen, you know, the purpose of cosmetic surgery. Is it for health or niche marketing?
When I want to come for trouble, no, since the last time I talked this thing now, a lot of your faves came for me, saying I was directing it to them. I'm blessed to be how I am.
Yes.
You know, I just feel like to each his own, you know. But if you're going to do anything worth doing, that's what my father used to tell me, anything worth doing is worth doing well. If you want to do it. Like, you know, sometimes people with breast cancer have to get extra boobs and all those things. I'm in for it. If it makes you happy, yes. You know, some people do it for themselves. Some people do it because of insecurity, you know, and everybody has their little insecurity. I just grew up the way I grew up. And I don't... Not to make one use yab me where I don't know about myself. You say, get kill leg, I know if you repair them. You get big feet, I know if you repair them, you know. But... most ladies do it so that they can look beautiful in clothes. After all, men are already doing 6 packs, Ima. Do you know?
Really?
Yes.
What for?
So that they look better in clothes also. They're already getting the beards. They're already lifting their eyebrows. You know, they're already pumping up their chest. These are the men. You know, they're already doing pink lips, permanent pink lips.
But that must be in Europe, isn't it?
Nigeria follow.
You've seen one?
It's just that Nigerians do their own and come and feature on. They will go and eat and come and clean out and do, this is how I came to life. You know, Nigerians are just, we're hypocrites. We're quick to point fingers outside, not knowing that, you know, you have to point at yourself first before you point outside. Yes, I don't judge, I don't. But if something's an eyesore, I will speak. And most times it's now a pandemic. You know, it was a pandemic where all the girls look the same. I mean, it's getting worse, but I think we're in an era that I never thought that one day Lekpa will be appreciated again in Nigeria, and we're getting there.
We've gone full circle. Right?
Yes, you know. So we're good. Everybody collect your praises, collect your crown. We're coming back to Team Natural. You know, at the end of the day, you do body, you know, do body. You guys go gym, you guys work out. You have to be active to keep it up. So yeah, it is what it is.
Great. You've done very well, Bev, and you've really given value to the discourse today. Now we have like 3 minutes to go or 2 minutes. Do you have that Nigerian or African proverb?
I don't know who said this. Is it Peter Doche? They say, what an elder sees sitting down, a child cannot see on the tree. You see that? I used to use it as fun games. As an adult now, I know. Yeah.
Can you explain what that means?
It means that with wisdom, knowledge, you know, a lifetime, an elder knows more things than you will ever know. And even if he tells you, you might not still see it. You know, like our mothers can tell us, that friend, I don't like her. You're like, no, mommy. When we have come fight, when the friend do you something, don't get the same man, go tell your mama.
And that's it on The Discourse with Dr. Ken.